OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the steel. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookie on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We're live on the Ordinal Hour, and it's going to be an amazing one, guys, because it's Friday. And not only is it Friday, but it is Q4. It is going to be an amazing rest of October. It is going to be an insane November, and we're going to finish the year off with a December to remember. I'm excited, guys. I'm finally getting that energy back. Runes are pumping. Ordinals are pumping. You're going to see the entire ecosystem start to blow up, including Merlin, including Fractal, including everything else. You might even see a return of something you haven't saw before, like ARC20s, and TAP is coming, right? So the TAP is exploding right now in the in Amsterdam. They finally put out there's images of Benny. We know what Benny looks like now. So it really seems like what is about to happen is going to be monumental, and not just here. That's the biggest part, right? Because last year it was mainly here in Solana. I think this time we're going to see an ecosystem of everything, entire crypto markets, which is going to allow a lot of bigger players to come in. When they make money, they're going to find the best asset to make 10, 20x on, and that is us. And they're going to find us very quickly, and then they're going to pump our bags to Valhalla. But let's get the show started. Without further ado, let me bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? TGIF.
Yeah, man. So how was your week, man? How you feeling?
The week was a bit up and down. But you know, I think that we were pleasantly surprised that Runes has been able to keep its stamina a little bit, right? And keep that excitement, and it seems that it's pouring into the Ordinals ecosystem a little bit, with at least to start off with some collections like Billy Cats. We're seeing that pop off. So congrats to all the Billy Cats out there that listened to us probably like 2 months ago, right? And bought and was like, oh, those guys, man, it went down. But you know, if you bought at like 0.002, then you've more than doubled now. And so I'm happy for the Billy Cats community.
Yeah, man. I've been DCing the Billy Cats for a while. I started at like 0.000002 and then pulled all the way down to 0.0006 because I was trying to get more for the Fluid Staking Vault. And congratulations if you staked in the Fluid Vault, because you're getting like, I think it's like 1,000% APY, because you know in 1 month you made like probably what you paid for the Billy Cat. So that's, and I'm hoping Raul will get some more vaults open, because today is Fluid Friday. He won't be on the show today, but we're going to be demonstrating some cool stuff that they've been building. So very excited.
Yep.
All right. Let's kind of get into it here. The Bitcoin news. So Bitcoin following global money supply. What does that mean? Let me share my screen here. Should have already had this up. My bad. But this is a tweet from Radar, and this is the chart here. So this white line is the global money supply. So that is all the money that's in the system, right? And as you can see, and this is a big reason up here, anyways, China. But as you can see, the money printer has been moving, and it has been up and to the right. And this is Bitcoin's price. This entire time was kind of following the global money supply, and you can see that it kind of lags a little bit, right? It does kind of, maybe like a couple weeks after. So I'm expecting us to hit $90,000 probably by December. I'm thinking, maybe a little before that, but that's kind of what this chart is showing me.
Yeah, I mean it has stopped though, as you can see. It really has stalled out. But yeah, catching up would be great, and it makes sense to catch up, I guess you would say, in Q4, because that's whenever things really kind of get moving before another pause, probably like in January, February, maybe a little bit. But yeah, so this is an amazing chart to see just how closely it has been following. Some of the areas there are kind of inverted in terms of like you can see maybe like in December of 2023 heading into January, it did the opposite a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of an anomaly. Everything else, it's kind of sticking to that chart, and nothing's going to be exactly the same, right?
No. But as you can see here, it had the same type of stall out that we did, right? So up and then kind of sideways. So I think, it's looking like, by next year, potentially, we will be way past this. I mean, if it's following the same way, because Plan B actually put this out, and it kind of goes pretty perfect with this. He says January 2023, Bitcoin was at 17,000. October 2024, Bitcoin was at 61,000. 91 weeks, but only 10 weeks made the entire 4x gain. And let me show you what he's talking about here. So this is only 10 weeks of movement. So up until here, it's pretty crazy how Bitcoin can move so quickly and then do nothing and then potentially move so quickly again. So we can make up that entire chart that Radar posted in 10 weeks.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. But you gotta consider all of the outliers, right? One of them was at 17,000, Bitcoin was massively oversold, and I think a lot of whales that have strong conviction in Bitcoin jumped on that very quickly. So there was a really quick kind of a recovery from that, and then the rest, after it did recover, got to like mid-20s or whatever and low 30s. Eventually got to low 30s, right? And then I think that journey for 10 weeks was kind of a drawn out a little bit. But hey, I mean, 10 weeks is 10 weeks, right? So it's not like it's like 2 years for it to recover its price. But with that being said, I think that's definitely bullish, because you look at that chart, right? And it's just like consolidation happened after that, right? Because I mean, that's what it looks like exactly to me.
Yeah.
And then now we've been consolidating for a while, and it's like, okay, we're ready for round 2 of that 10-week experience.
100%. What if we get this the entire bull market? What if we get let's just say the next 10 weeks getting us to, I don't know, 180,000, and then we get, I don't know, 3-4 months of sideways, and then 10 weeks of insanity, and then 3 more months of sideways, all the way up till like 2026, 2027.
So that would play into the super cycle theory, which
Yeah.
We haven't had that. Not anything like that, at least, right? The only variable that I think could really do that is the ETF to kind of ignite that, because now you have something that gives Bitcoin stamina whenever, like, let's say like there's an intense pump that comes in, and then, because I'll tell you what I think is going to happen to the psychological side of people that have been in this game, and I think I'm already thinking this way. If that happens, I think that I'll probably fumble a little bit in the beginning because of PTSD from previous cycles, thinking like, okay, the bull run is done. I mean, like, it's exhausted. We're gonna tank at some point, And if it is more consolidation and not really like super hard tanking, and then it does it again, then we've entered a new era. And then if you look at gold, that would be similar to like after 2004 when it established its ETF as well. It had more longevity, more stamina, but eventually what happens is it doesn't have as intense of a boom up like
Yeah.
crypto usually does every 4 years. And that might be an okay thing to have more stability where it does pump, but it's not crazy.
Yeah, 100%. And you were right though. Like we had this 10 weeks was a huge catalyst, and that catalyst was the ETF. Um, I'm trying to think of catalysts that could kind of take us out of here.
Well, it's
There's two to
Catalyst is the negative side, I think, right?
no,
And
that's
no,
yeah.
yeah, you're right,
Yeah,
yeah. Black Swan. Okay,
So
gotcha.
I think the next catalyst would be two things. We are officially in a rate cutting cycle, which doesn't really mean much to us, but the people in legacy who've been dealing with, rate hiking cycles and guys who just, they did really well selling in 2021, the Chamaths of the world and stuff who really understand, global macro ons and offs, right? I feel like those same people understand that this is risk on time. And I feel like that could be a catalyst. It could be because one of Plan B's videos, he basically said that the cycle is gonna be a couple things. It's gonna be companies getting into bitcoins, and it's gonna end with nation states. So if let's just say, we get this rate cut cycle, that's like the first catalyst. The second catalyst is Apple, Nvidia, Facebook, right? Finally being okay, we have proper regulation now. We have a president who's friendly towards crypto. I feel like it's okay to put Bitcoin on our balance sheet now without getting any fines or any legal trouble. Let's do it, and then you could see potentially that happening, and then nation states like Venezuela and Dubai and stuff like that being that next final catalyst before maybe a dip 50%. And even that nation state could be the US, because I mean that's what he said, right? So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think if the U.S. kind of moves forward with it, that would be a huge statement, right?
I mean, he kind of has to, right? I mean, he said it.
Yeah. That if everything goes that direction, I feel like if it goes the opposite direction, then we'll probably be hearing more about like CBDC stuff and more controlled digital assets. Which I mean, we know that digital assets are not going away. I think that is a for sure thing. But it's like, how does the future get shaped with them? And I think that really depends on the next 4 years, right? I think Satoshi was brilliant to kind of launch Bitcoin during the presidential election, right? Because then it's like perfect timing for like kind of turning that next page and stuff. But we'll see.
100%. This is pretty big. CoinDesk says for millennials, Bitcoin is a new real estate. So they had to put a big article out on CoinDesk, and it basically said that the millennials are not buying real estate as investment; they're buying real estate to live in. And it ends up being an investment because you do make money on your house because the dollar keeps dropping, right? The house has to go up in value because the dollar is getting printed to oblivion. But they're saying now millennials are actually seeking asylum in Bitcoin instead of real estate.
Yeah, I think they probably look at it as like less hassle as well, right? Because like whenever you do have real estate, you have to manage it. Somebody has to manage that, right? Now, depending on how much capital you are and where you are financially in your life, that can be easier, right? Like you can have the affordability to get staff to do that all for you. But if you're trying to you're a millennial, you're trying to establish to get there, then you're going to have to handle all that. So Bitcoin is just so much easier to like, way less headache. And so the stress factor, I think millennials and younger look for convenience and stuff like that. So I just think it makes the most sense.
100%. And one big thing you have to remember too is property tax. You get a bill every year, right? To pay property tax, and property tax could be anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000, depending on the value of the property. So for millennials, they don't want to pay that. They don't want to fix a toilet. They don't want to do any of that stuff. They'd rather just buy it, putting it in their cold storage, and just holding it. But my question to you is, let's just say it goes to the party that we don't want to win the election. Can they put a property tax on Bitcoin? Because technically it's property.
Yeah, it's not. Well, I don't think they'll call it that, right? That they're going to come up with some new fancy way of saying it, and it's going to be attributed to the digital asset, like verbiage and stuff like that, right? So they will think of something, to get that replacement. So and you have to also think about like, what does property taxes usually do? It's not necessarily done on a federal level. It's not done on a federal level. It's done on a state level,
state
right?
by
So
state,
the state would each state would determine that, right? How they would you know, because property taxes, I don't love them, but you know, they do go towards school districts and stuff like
Yeah,
that, and
firefighters. Yeah,
yeah, and roads and stuff if they're properly utilized, right? So that's a whole nother discussion. But to answer your question, I think that states would really determine state by state how they would assess this and make that decision.
yeah, you're right. And then you'd have the opportunity to go to a state that doesn't have that, right? Like there is those. So I mean, that will give you that freedom of being like, okay, getting out of Pennsylvania, or for you getting out. Well, I doubt Texas would probably be wherever we all go, right? If that happens. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, man. I definitely wanted to hit on that a little bit because that is something that like I thought about after reading that article. I was like, damn, like this is bad. I don't like this article at all because if someone in the administration is looking at that, they're like, well, if they're not buying it as investment no more, then we need to start taxing this the same way. And that kind of scared me a little bit after reading that article. But yeah, you're all right. You're all right. I mean, we'll have the same opportunity to just leave the state that is doing
Yeah,
that. So
but yeah, I mean, if you know about like tax laws and stuff by state
yeah,
and stuff like that, like they do kind of make up for different things in different areas, right? Like for example, like there's no state income tax in Texas and Florida.
yeah,
Most people know that. That's why a lot of NFL players and professional sports players like to play in teams in those states. But they do charge a little bit higher in terms of property tax, right?
yeah,
So that could balance out in terms of digital assets as well. But at the end of the day, I think that people that are doing well and they're making the right moves and they are pushing their family's future forward with it, they won't mind that.
yeah.
Especially if it's respectable. It's not some sort of like just huge, like take a ton of your percentage of your gains and stuff.
If I ever see that, dude, El Salvador is going to be where I live. You can't put property tax on money, and it's money down there, right? So,
Yeah.
moving along here, 5.4 trillion asset manager Fidelity confirms 70,000 customer records were hacked, including license, social
Ugh.
security numbers, and personal information. So I just want to put this in here because it's not just crypto that gets hacked, guys. It is these companies, and if you do have Fidelity, in any way, you potentially are at risk. So just be careful out there. This is just kind of one of those things where it does suck, but it's not just crypto.
Yeah. Yep. This happens in regular life. They just highlight crypto because the bankers
Yeah,
don't like it.
exactly,
That's the
100%.
whole deal.
Well, from Fidelity to BlackRock, BlackRock has surpassed $11.5 trillion in assets under management, right? And what does that mean? So their entire portfolio is $11.5 trillion, but they hold 369,000 Bitcoin worth $29 billion. So Bitcoin is 29 billion in their portfolio of assets under management. That is, guys, that is less than 1%. Like that is that to me when I read that I was like, this Bitcoin will eventually, in my opinion, go to 10% in BlackRock. So I think BlackRock alone will hold over $1 trillion worth of Bitcoin. But what does that do to Bitcoin? Bitcoin's worth 1 trillion now. So what am I saying? I'm saying Bitcoin gets to $6 or $7 trillion by the end of the cycle.
Yeah, I mean, we've been bullish on how much BlackRock has been buying up and what they
Yeah.
hold and stuff like that and their volume, right? So, yeah, I think we're all just waiting for this ETF to. I mean, it has kicked in right earlier in
Yeah.
the year, but really kick in for this like this cycle, right? And get the cycle started. We're all waiting for that.
Let's get this cycle started. All right, let's get into the Bitcoin crypto fear and greed here. Last week was a 41, yesterday was a 39. It's a lot lower than I thought. What's your opinion on this?
I'm gonna say 35.
Pretty damn close, dude.
Oh,
32.
damn.
Yeah,
That is
but
lower than I
I
thought.
know, I know. I don't even know if this is worth showing anymore. Do you think it is? Or maybe we
I,
do a once a week thing because this thing is just all over the place.
I think it's always worth showing just to
Yeah,
kind of get the sentiment in there, right? But it is all over the place. Like the first 2 weeks of October, right? It's kind of
yeah,
been down, then up, then down, and stuff like that. And so, I mean, like today, I'm a little bit shocked of this little pump kind of coming out of nowhere. I feel like, but I don't know. You know, I've said we're gonna end the month in the green, and I'm sticking with that. But we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens because like there is a lot of uncertainty. I think with our ecosystem, we're all excited because Runes usually doesn't extend its like run if Bitcoin isn't continuing up, and it has. And I think that might be just people like priming the ecosystem to get ready for something, really big, maybe in late Q4.
Huge. Something huge is coming.
Huge.
All right. It's kind of getting that Bitcoin price action brought to you by the guys at BitPerp. BitPerp's gearing up, guys. They're gearing up for their launch on testnet. They will be on CoreDAO. They will be on BitLayer, and they will be on Bob, build on Bitcoin, all EVM chains. So you'll be needing a MetaMask wallet or a Coinbase wallet, whatever one you prefer. But it is going to be absolutely fun. Because we're going to be paper trading, guys, on 100x leverage. When you go to the site, you're going to be given $10,000 in USDT, obviously on testnet, and then you're going to get a P&L. And depending on your P&L, we'll put you in a ranking system. And if you are number one, you will win a cash prize, guys, like a real cash prize. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Me and Yagobi are going to do it. And if you can beat us, we'll give you, maybe we'll give away some stuff. So it's going to be fun, guys. So tune in all of next week for this and check out bitperp.io. On Sunday, we will be creating a tutorial that will be out later Sunday night. So check that out. It is starting Tuesday because Monday is Columbus Day. So they did push it back one day because it's a holiday, and they want to make sure that, you guys are enjoying your day off if you do have a banker's holiday. But let's kind of get into it.
Yes, and before we get into the Bitcoin price action, guys, if you're on the YouTube side, please subscribe if you're not subscribed, and hit that notification so you know when we go live. And on the X side, smash that like for us, and share the space so we can educate as many people as possible. But let's take a look here into Bitcoin's price action. I'm going to use the BitPerp charts here because they are back up. They were working on the platform yesterday to prepare for this paper trading competition. It's gonna be very, very exciting, guys. And also we'll probably get some more passes. Today's our last 5 of our first allocation that we're giving away, so make sure you put BitPerp in the comments, guys. Yeah, so let's get into it. So Bitcoin's sitting right at 6,200 right now, right? Or sorry, 6,200, 62,200.
Say, you're gonna go buy.
I'm like, I'm gonna go buy everything up, put the house on mortgage, remortgage it. No, yeah, 62,200, right? So we did have a really good rebound, late last night. I want to say it was not too late, around 6 p.m. But man, it's been up only, right? So this hour chart is looking very, very strong. You can see the MACD, man, it like only weakened once, and it's like right in the middle of this whole momentum, right? We did get into oversold on the stochastics about 1 a.m. this morning, UTC. But yeah, so it looks like possible reversal is happening here. This has been a downtrend since we were up at 64,000 on the 7th, and it's really been kind of like just a bump up with steady trending down, right? But it's like hasn't been super intense. There've been a couple of down $1,100, which that's pretty intense, I would say, for Bitcoin right now. But man, today's leg looks really strong. It could be trying to suck in a lot of people, though, so I'm still being optimistically cautious, but for the second half of today, I think we do continue this rebound, right? Because there is a lot of positive momentum. So maybe like 62.5 around there, probably swing between 61.5 and 62.5, because there's definitely going to be a pendulum swing back to where we see a little bit sell down, but then possibly continue that positive uptrend here. Okay, so that's for the second half of today. The 8-hour chart is finally looking better. Man, it was looking pretty bad, but the that leg up starting late last night has kind of turned this around a little bit. We see that weakening here on the MACD. We see this opening or coming back up into the stochastics, trying to get out of oversold with this huge green candle. So we'll see if this forms a continuation over the weekend. The weekend's kind of choppy. It doesn't really give you a ton of like forecast, in my opinion, because there's not as much liquidity on the weekends trading it, so it can kind of do just up and down volatility in terms of like a small range, right? So I think Monday we're going to really see if this 8-hour chart can have a continuation of uptrend. If it happens, then guys, that's where maybe we start this Uptober that everybody's waiting for. I would love to finish the month at like 60, maybe like 68, 69. If we can get to 70, that'd be amazing. We'll see, though.
Yeah, man, absolutely amazing. So what do you think? What do you think if you had a longer short this weekend? You had to close it on Monday. What are you doing?
I mean, there's positive momentum right now, right? So, and it's pretty strong. But again, you know, we've seen this kind of back and forth since I would say the third week of September. You know, where September was pretty bullish. It was the best September we've ever had. And then like that last week of September and then the first week of October was just like, you know, down with chop, and then ranging between 60,000 and 64,000 the last week and a half, 2 weeks, right? So I think we really need to try to push above like 65 to start a new positive trend that's like confident with confirmation, right? So we'll see. I might would take a small, like, you know, wait till the pendulum swings again one more time, and then maybe like catch on a couple red candles to go back up. But like, it's still risky in my opinion, because you know, like you always say, there's a lot of uncertainty for what's coming on the 5th of November, and I'm starting to realize that that is stronger than I initially thought.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, if you guys look at FUD, you know, it's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And I don't think there's no fear in the market. I don't think there's no doubt in the market. I think we're all, you know, expecting what we're expecting, but there is uncertainty. And if there's one of the three letters continuously in that market does not do what everyone expects it to do. It kind of goes sideways. And we've been having uncertainty the entire summer, including, you know, this bit of fall that we're in now. And, you know, until that uncertainty is gone, we can't do the moves that we're expecting. But that uncertainty stops November 5th. It doesn't matter who really wins. That uncertainty is now gone, and there's no more FUD in the system. So that's what I'm excited for. But trending news asks, what is a BitPerp pass? You want to explain that?
Yes. So a BitPerp pass, it's actually BitPerp VIP pass. Okay, so you're going to be able to, I believe, earn points. You're going to be able to have some benefits on their platform. But right now, what they're going to do, if you do win, you have to submit your EVM address. And I think Amir Dawood submitted his. Can you grab that, or does he need to message you on that?
I should be able to grab it. Yeah, no problem.
So what they're going to do initially is they're going to whitelist your address for their platform, so you do get the benefits of that. But eventually, they're going to create digital assets that you're going to be able to trade on secondary, right? So I think there's going to be like points multipliers. There's going to be multiple benefits. There's going to be a long list of benefits to where we'll post it on our brand account and go over them kind of one by one once they release them to us.
Awesome. Sounds amazing.
So I mean, just put BitPerp in the comments of the chat, and you'll qualify for a chance to win a pass. We're giving away 5 at the end of the show today.
Dude, am I getting a pass?
I hope so. I don't
know.
Did you put BitPerp in there?
Oh shit! Let me do that.
No.
I'm just kidding. All right, let's kind of get into my favorite part of the day, the roll call. And you guys have been making me work these last couple of days, so shout out to you guys. But first is first. And first meets everything in the Bitcoin ecosystem. And first was Webdro. Congratulations, Webdro. You are number one again, bro. I feel like, you know, you are up there with Tim in the rankings of number one the most times. I just appreciate you every single day, bud. And congratulations, you win today. Followed by, we have 1+ AT. Shout out to you, my friend. Seek Eternal is here. Then we got Crypto Zoology is in the building. Shout out to you, my friend. Followed by PJ and Z, Reziak. Man, you are always here, bro.
Dude, we gotta read PJ and Z's comment though, bro. It's a great one.
But real quick, Reziak has a red eyes, bro. Like he got. I mean, money.
He's RAF. We already established that. Rich as
F. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so PJ and Z, and I always think of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches when I say his name because I'm fat. Mr. Yen, my man, just made me some BTC on this run up. Got some play funds. Let's go. Shout out to everybody who makes money, man. It's easy to lose money. So when you make it, you just have to be really, really happy for yourself, man. So congratulations.
Yep. And Mr. Yen, always win. So remember that.
You're not going to lose if you're hanging with Mr. Yen. Yasher says, and we are in Runetober, baby. Yes, we are, Yasher. Appreciate you. Peanut Butter Jelly says, is it just me or have Billy Cats just doubled a day? 002 to 004, 100%. You got mine around 0.0013 because of Yagobi. What's up?
Hey!
Again, this dude is just making money, bro. He's just making money.
Yep. I mean, he just two good calls, and sometimes you got to wait it out, man. Like, conviction, the conviction is a strong thing, right? And a lot of times to develop that is not easy, right? And so, but you got to be smart. And I think PJ and Z is doing the smart thing. He's taking some profit. He's saying, hey, what can I take this and maybe roll in something else, or maybe go buy himself a peanut butter jelly sandwich in New Zealand. So
Ordinals Chips is here. Ordinal Sweets isn't here. Should we be worried?
Oh no, where's he at?
Where's he at, bro? Mempool Punk is here. Green Man is here. Chief Axel's in the building. Dream Big. She's like, can I get a bit perp? Shout out to you, Dream Big. John is here. John's one of our winners. Congratulations. I think you won 2 days ago. If we got, I Walk Alone says, if we get to 30K subs, will Shizzy wear a Glizzy costume for the show? Let's effing go.
You gotta do it.
Like,
you gotta.
Why do I gotta do it? Why can't you do it?
You were the U.S. ambassador for Glizzy. You were part of the ambassador, the national ambassador, the world ambassador program with Block.
Yeah. All right. How about this? I'll eat a hot dog live. How about that? I think that's. I'm not buying a $150 costume.
$150? What kind of Glizzy? Does it have like diamonds on it?
No, I mean, you try to get one of those full costumes. Like, we're buying them for my kids right now, and they're freaking expensive as shit. So I can't imagine what an adult thing is. So costumes are like $80, $90 for what you're gonna wear one day. Sucks, but sorry. I Walk Alone says Bit Perp. Jocko is here. Only one says yo, let's effing go. Lackey, I got your address. I'm gonna give it to Yagobi today. We'll get you on that list. Shout out, congratulations to you. Won yesterday. Almost done 71 is here. We're gonna make sure you're almost done by 72, my friend. I promise. Steamy J is here. Inagi is here. I said that right? Inagi?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. That's weird. It says great here on the screen, but it says Inagi in the chat.
That's weird.
Isn't that weird? Maybe it translated it?
Maybe.
That's awesome if I did that. Fixed is here. Chain Watcher is here. Amir Daywood. Yes, I got your address. Put you in. He said Billy Cat pumping. Mr. Sheedy is here. Choda's in the building. He said pump the BTC 75K. And then AOD Art, Tim Baker himself is here. Shout out to you, my friend. No is always here. Congratulations to No. He won as well. Benjamin, what's up, my guy? He's here every single day, guys. Don't sleep on Benjamin. Space Monkey is here. Nighthawk is here, out there driving the Uber all over Los Angeles. Shout out to Nighthawk, it's my guy. And then Danny Boy. Danny Boy doesn't say good morning to me anymore. He just yells Bit Perp. No, I'm just kidding. He gave me a ribbit. He did give me a ribbit. Shout out to Danny Boy, man. TKO is here. Bitmap News is in the building. If you don't know Bitmap News, they are really pushing the Bitmap narrative, guys. They have a spaces every single day, so check them out. Follow Bitmap News on Twitter. Albert Amari is here. Shout out to you, my friend. Steve Verse, man. Check you out, bro. He said, check MicroStrategies. Sailor is a beast. Check the news. Yeah, I just seen he wants to buy $3 billion worth of Bitcoin. Chief Axel is here. Let's see. Some Dut is here. Shout out to you, my friend. Mugen is here. Trending News is here. Elias is here every single day. Let's see. Ernesto Gonzalez. More track, more cat, more sats, more. You're not bullish enough. Shout out to you, my friend. Oh, wow. We got the Glizzy gang in the building.
Let's go. We haven't seen him in a while in here.
It's been a long time, my friend. RP is here. Toast is here. He says Glizzy gonna moon. It better, dude. I have over over a trillion Glizzy. No, I'm trying to get to a trillion Glizzy. Cash Cats is here. Sham is here. Trait is here. And then Happy Homer finishes out. He says, we shall start having incest now. No?
Whoa.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? Dude, sometimes I read stuff without pre-reading it.
You're like Ron Burgundy. You're like, I'm Ron Burgundy.
All right, guys, that is your roll call for today. Shout out to every single one of you guys. So we did have something. I just want to hit on something really quick. Public service announcement. The Ordinals Wallet Twitter account has been phished and successfully hacked. Do not interact with their Twitter account until further notice. Randy posted this. He said, don't touch it. Guys, Make sure you guys are using two-factor stuff on your Twitters and stuff like that. If you have like a project, you don't want that, like say if Ordinal Revolution got hacked and you guys clicked on something, I would feel terrible. So Ordinal's wallet should have had some type of two-factor, and if they did, I don't know how they would have got through that. So, but make sure you guys are not interacting with Ordinal's wallet Twitter right now. All right. The first thing here, we got hit on it. It has to be first, right? Runes are absolutely destroying the the Bitcoin. It is just flying up. It is owning the Bitcoin ecosystem right now. And I'm gonna jump to get some rune stuff here. I'll be on the 1 day. Let me show my screen. But what is going on, bro? Why is Dog up 29% on the day?
It sounds like people have been trying to time Q4 with it, and like honestly, I expected it to like dump. I expected it to dump because Bitcoin didn't have its continuation, and it doesn't seem to be the case, right? It seems to be that it's saying no, we're not going to dump this time. We're going to hang around and kind of wait for Bitcoin. We're not going anywhere. And so I actually absolutely love the sustainability that is showing right now. Now, I think the biggest shareholder in Runes in terms of like interest, not necessarily dollars, right? But I think probably some of that too, but I don't want to get into that, is Magic Eden, right? Yeah. And because they have their infrastructure they're building out for it. If Rune succeeds, Magic Eden succeeds, because then their volume on their platform goes bonkers. So I think they're trying very, very hard to make the trading of runes very seamless. And so I think they're going to roll out a product, sooner than we think, that's going to be very, attractive to other ecosystems, and it's going to pump up the runes ecosystem, which will in turn just make Magic Eden even more of a beast.
Dude, I 100% agree. And the fact that Bitcoin did drop to below 59,000, but the runes just kind of stayed flat and are now getting that pump as Bitcoin's kind of pumping back. It seems like they just don't care. They want to pack their bags for the upcoming cycle. And to your point, Magic Eden is going to be a leader, and not just in Bitcoin, but everywhere. But they're really leading the charge. I mean, I think runes is their only fungible tokens besides like the big ones, right? I think that obviously they have Ethereum and stuff like that, but imagine being able to trade Ethereum for runes in their Magic Eden wallet. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot more coming that people just don't understand, and the runes are really going to be leading the charge here. So congratulations to everyone holding runes. You guys might be in something that you have no idea, and it could really, really explode north. So congratulations to everyone holding runes. And is it too late to buy in? If you're someone on the sidelines, you're sitting with a bunch of Bitcoin, you haven't gotten in yet, do you think it's worth chasing some of the ones that have ran hard this week?
So I don't think it's too late overall, but I think it might be smart to wait till there is a little bit of a pullback maybe, and that might not happen. We don't know, because like Bitcoin could really just take a soft pause for like a couple days and then run hard. But I think there would be a pullback probably in January, February. Let's say like Q4 runs pretty hard. There'll be a pullback in January or February before the spring, because I think spring always has like a good, pump. And so that would be when I think like it would pull back enough to where it makes sense. Now, if there's slight pullbacks, then in terms of right before, like, let's say everything goes crazy in December, and until then it's kind of like choppy, that could be a good opportunity. Plus, some of these are still like pretty low in market cap. I mean, you're looking at like Psycho Hamster, which I believe is still below 10 million. Mr. Yen, I was watching a video about this with this guy that was speaking about meme culture and the meme super cycle in 2025, and about like why this is happening. And he was talking about what to look for in a strong meme token. And he said like the cult mentality is it like, and think about like cult movies, right? Like Boondock Saints, stuff like that, where like people are just kind of they're like magnetized to it, right? And so something like that is like Mr. Yin, right? People love his meme videos, right? And so his holder count will grow over time, but it's not a huge one, but it's still, the market cap's 3.2 million. Right. So something like that you could look at, and this is not financial advice. It's just me kind of trying to put logic together from that video that I saw.
Yeah, 100%. I actually seen that same video with that guy. He was like a Bitcoin maxi 3 years ago, and now he's like this rune god, or not rune god. He's a meme god now. So, but it would be nice if he came over to Bitcoin, right? Because he hasn't really
Yeah.
said anything about. I forget his name, but yeah. But would you be going after anything that hasn't ran yet? Because there has, if you go to the 7 day, right? I think over the course of 7 days, it's been absolutely insane. You have stuff like Billion Dollar Cat up 96%. You have stuff like Dog of the Moon up 50%. Wide Lying for up 28%. Would you be chasing something like? And the ones that don't have things is because they haven't been alive for 7 days. They're that new, and you get to see how many tokens, dude, have been made this week. Isn't it insane?
Yeah,
Like
it is. But
Frank,
I would,
like
those ones that are new, you got to be careful because there's going to be some pump and dumps for sure.
yeah,
So if there's not an established community at all, then you got to get in and get out, in my opinion. Not, again, not financial advice, but just kind of, logic, because a lot, like I would say probably 85-90% of these that have just launched this little run aren't going to be here again in the spring.
yeah, 100%. Would you prefer like a DCA approach? Maybe someone who is sitting on the outside looking in. Would you think like maybe if you have $1,000 to put in, maybe put 100 this week, 100 next week, or would you say like you better hurry up?
Man, that's really hard to tell, right? It's I would like here's the thing, like it might be not the best like market cap opportunity for a little bit higher ones, but I feel like they're established, right? Like Billion Dollar Cat's below 100 million still. It's like 86. I do expect that to get to at least like half a billion. So you're looking at like a 5x, a little bit more than a 5x from here. But like are you willing to put up that much liquidity instead of going after something more risky, but you have more chance of losing it, right? So you got to make that decision up by yourself, because you know what your strengths are and stuff like that.
100%.
What about you?
Man, that's tough. I would probably just say the same thing what you would say. A DCA approach could be okay though. Let's just say like, or you know what I've been trying to do though. I'm trying to find the next thing. So like I would just search Twitter. I think there is going to be new stuff that comes out that you potentially could really take on, and it's kind of like how. When I didn't get into Ordi, I didn't get into Sats, but I found something like Rats later. While they were pumping, right? And then I was able to ride that up and make more money than I would have made if I bought Sats or anything else. So I think there's going to be something like that. You just really got to keep your ear to the ground and be in these rooms where this stuff happens at. Like Billion Dollar Cat was made in a Telegram group, right? That's really kind of how that got started with Bongo and them. So if you guys are in debauchery or something like that, just keep your ear to the ground, because there's going to be opportunities with stuff that really comes out of nowhere. And maybe DCA into these ones and then just kind of wait for an opportunity with something else, because there's always going to be something else, right?
There will always be something else, especially whenever we're in full blown bull market,
Yeah.
right? But I think like with runes, I think like we haven't seen anything yet, in my opinion, right? So
Gotcha.
but this is why I never get into that tribalism mindset, right? The only tribalism mindset that I think I could ever like fully commit to in Web3 is like Bitcoin is the end all be all, right?
100%.
That's like the one like thing that I can like always argue for. But when it comes to like these other ecosystems where we're gambling more, right? It's more of just, having fun. Some of these things will become something amazing, but most won't. I think that tribalism kind of gets you stuck into like a tunnel vision, and then, you don't have exposure somewhere and you end up having like FOMO. And that can create problems, right? That doesn't also mean like put all your chips everywhere, but like, if you're experienced and you do your research, then that, you can put some of your chips here, some of your chips there, but also that liquidity like passes. It passes. We saw it last cycle. Like, it even passes from Bitcoin stop. Like whenever Bitcoin runs hard, let's say it runs hard to 150,000, some people are going to gamble with their profits on that. And it's going to pass through an ecosystem. And then some people are going to make some more Bitcoin, and then they're going to take some of the profits and then pass it to the next one. So that's why I'm okay with, not selling any of my runes, but at the same time having some exposure to Cat on Fractal and Glizzy on
Yeah.
Fractal, and at the same time having some exposure to Merlin and Hoo right now as well. Like people aren't talking about Hoo, but like Merlin's going to have a liquidity injection again, and when that happens, Hoo's at $650,000 market cap right now, right? So that's in my opinion an easy 10 to 20 to 40 50x once the bull market's here, right?
Yeah.
So it's like there in my opinion, I think like when you get tunnel vision, you kind of actually lose out on being more well-rounded of like how each ecosystem works and stuff.
100%. I agree. And I got messed up by Francis. Francis kind of messed me
Oh,
up
don't
with
blame
runes. I started believing.
Francis.
No, I blame Francis, man. 100%. But Yasher says, no, it's early. Consider it like buying Bitcoin in 2015 instead of 2013. Okay. So yeah, that's a really good perspective on it. You know, if you bought Bitcoin in 2015, you're still very happy today, no matter if you did not buy it in 2013. So yeah, he's 100% right on that. I love Yasher's perspective there. But we're gonna move along here. Billy Cats have been exploding. Billy Cats are running hot. Are they a top collection, Mr. Yagobi? Is Billy Cats a top collection?
They still have to prove, getting to a certain price point, in my opinion, to be considered, a top tier blue chip, right? But they're definitely, trying to prove their case for sure. I love the fact that there is this connection with Billion Dollar Cat in terms of like correlation of success. But one of the things that you and I both knew that would happen just because of how mechanics work, the staking option that Fluid Tokens has created on Bitcoin Layer 1 is huge, and there's not enough people taking advantage of it. But the one project that said, hey, you know what, we'll be that test project for you. We're going to go out there and we'll do it. And so Fluid said, okay, here's the reward. It's what is it, 150,000 billion dollar cat runes tokens. And then all of a sudden it started filling up like the staking vault, right? So and then billion dollar cat runes tokens started soaring. And so then guess what, the sell pressure wasn't as immense with the Billy Cats Ordinal collection because some were staked up, and they're happy to be so because they're earning a token that's going up, right?
Yeah.
And so it's just such a positive effect, and if it's done the right way, and we're seeing it right now kind of play out in real life. And I think a lot of other ordinal collections are going to start utilizing Fluid tokens. And if you are a founder, get with their team, man, set it up so your community can benefit, because you're seeing right now what's happening with the Billy Cats with that.
100%. Only 500 are locked. Could you imagine if 5,000 were locked or something crazy like that? You could see exponential growth happening from these collections. So I would definitely think about getting your project staked with Fluid if you have a project out there. But to Billy Cats, dude, I do think they are a top 5 collection. It's the Bitcoin B. Like, how perfect is a collection? I think this should have been a collection last year. Even before that, because it's just so perfect. Like, I'd never realized that if you turn my hat sideways, it looks like a cat. Like, it's pretty nuts. Like, you know what I mean? So like, if you look at it, like, look, it's the Billy Cat symbol.
How'd you figure that? Like, how'd you figure that out?
Nuts, dude? I just noticed that. Like, but look at that, dude. That is my hat. I have the Billy Cat on my hat. So but it's pretty nuts, man. It's pretty nuts. It's actually you.
I know. First time you showed me. That's why I asked you.
I had to remember the first time you showed me. I was like blown away. I was like, no way, dude. But yeah, like this is a top 10 collection. This is going. I think this should be up there with pups. I think this should be up there with no monkeys, just because it is Bitcoin. It is the definition of Bitcoin, and I don't know. What do you think? I'm right?
I mean, it has the potential for sure. I mean, the art is pretty dope. I think for sure. The brandability of Billion Dollar Cat. I told you from the jump. I was like, dude, this thing is so brandable. It's not even funny. Like, using the Bitcoin B as the head. The community that formed really quickly, very strong in terms of like their presence in the space, but then it just kind of like became a virus. It's not even done what I think it's going to do, not even close yet. Like it's I don't know, man. This one could really run hard too, especially if some bigger entities start to buy into it as well. The runes token, I mean, and the ordinal collection, it's just, I think it's gonna surprise us. That's all I'll say.
Do you think someone like Bongo and the leaders over there should be kind of acknowledging this now? They haven't acknowledged it at all. In the beginning, they were a little
They
annoyed,
don't.
even though they you were buying these with Billy, a $1 billion cat token, and then a lot of it went to the founders of that, right? It went to the, I guess you would say, community of that token that created it, right? To get that on, I think on Mexi.
Yeah. So because of how it is like already performing, it doesn't need any type of blessing or anything like that. It's already correlated with it.
Yeah,
Like the creator of the Billy Cats, it was a BDC holder,
yeah,
and prominent kind of in that space. So you see the correlation of success, and you see the attempts at innovation working with Fluid Token. I think that they're here to stay. It doesn't matter, and also I wouldn't say Bongo specifically wasn't, yeah, they're more focused on their own. That's it. There was, I
yeah.
think, one or two other people that was kind of, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, the $1 billion cat token, it has taken a life of its own, and the Billy Cats have kind of merged like organically, and
Yeah.
they're correlated in my opinion for life.
But if Bongo did change his PFP to, let's just say, a Billy Cat,
He doesn't
wouldn't
need to. He
I'm not
doesn't
saying he
need
needs
to.
to. I'm not saying he needs to. I'm just saying that if he did it, would this be like the ultimate collection? Could this get up there at point one? If they embraced it, if they fully embraced it the way they embraced BDC, could this be a point one asset? Could this be,
I actually think it would do the opposite at this
you
point.
think it would do the opposite if they embraced
Yeah,
it?
because it would be like
Okay.
they're trying to hard shill it and stuff,
Okay.
and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that makes
They'll
sense.
probably
Yeah.
they're trying to get people to buy in and then dump on them. I'm not saying that's what they would do, but I think
That
that could
is
be
what
the
they
public.
do.
Well, I mean that could be the public perception, right? And so
Yeah.
what I love is that the Billy Cats collection hasn't needed it.
Yeah.
Hasn't needed
Yeah.
any blessing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now, and I love that. Absolutely love that. And who knows? Maybe the Fluid Tokens and the Billy Cat community comes up with another staking vault that is highly beneficial again. You know what I mean? Because I don't think the rune's going to stop, and I don't think the Ordinal collection's going to stop.
Yeah, I agree. I love your perspective on that, because I was not thinking about that, but you're right. If they started buying in now, they would dump it hard in a few months. That's just what they do. But yeah. All right, moving along here. All right, so this is actually gonna be kind of fun. Me and you were talking before the show today. Bitcoin Ecosystem Memecoin Mania, which will survive, thrive, and dominate. We got together and we gave our 10, and we wanted to be very, because like off, just off what you said a little bit ago, you want to be kind of diversified through everything, through the L2s, through runes, through BRC20. So we came up with a list of the top 10 meme coins that we think will survive, thrive, and dominate.
Yes, we did. I'm pulling that up right now. Sorry, just give me one
Yeah,
second.
no worries.
Yeah, this was actually pretty fun because, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Majority of these were actually on runes, but it's not,
Yeah.
that part wasn't really a surprise to me. Runes has kind of had this meme culture from the jump, but, okay. So I'm not going to show the screen because I want to go through these one by one and we can kind of talk about it. Okay. So we did do the top 10 Bitcoin ecosystem meme coins. So when we say ecosystem, we mean layer 2s, also UTXO chains that have a lot of the community overlap as well. But we're going to start off with number one. I will tell you, there was two main variables here that we thought about. One was cultish community that has stability. And two is what's the opportunity in terms of X's, right? So we mesh those together. And if one is very, like really, really strong, then that will help pull it up for sure. The number one is Dog Go to the Moon. Probably no surprise there, but you want to talk about why we selected that one?
Yeah, no problem. So Dog Go to the Moon was easy. It has over an incredible amount of followers. I want to get the exact number here, but I think it's over 1,000 holders, which is absolutely amazing. 91,000 holders. It has not only one of the loudest people in runes, but it has, one of the bigger projects, Pizza Ninjas, who are guys who actually pump this every day, Leonidas and Trevor. And they push this, in all caps. So, they have a huge following. I mean, they get thousands of people in their spaces every week. So that is 1,000 people that will potentially be holding this every single week. And then what you have as well is you have the influence of or.io and a lot of that stuff. And the cult like following is massive. But the only reason why I'm not bigger on this is because you need right now you
Well,
need
we can't get
500.
bigger because it's number one.
Well, I just
we
mean
should
like
have went the other way, huh? That's my
yeah,
bad.
I don't think this is number one in my opinion because now that I'm kind of thinking it out loud, it's $500 million market cap. You need $500 million to come in here to get this to $1 billion. That's a lot of money.
So
That's 1x.
the reason why I think that we decided on number one was the fact
Yeah,
that it
you're right. It does outweigh that, I guess.
it has so much of the strength side of it that like its presence. For example, if Dog were to like go to zero, I think the Rune ecosystem would be in big trouble.
100%. It
Right.
is the tide that moves all boats. Dog goes up,
Yes.
everything else goes up. So yeah, 100%.
Correct.
So yeah, I agree with you. It should be number one.
All right, so we're gonna go the opposite way. Maybe we'll just do one. Yeah, we'll go the opposite way. So we're gonna go back to number 10 now. Number 10, we both decided was Hoo. And guys, also keep putting BitPerp in the chat if you haven't done it yet, because I'm adding you guys all to the list. I'm caught up right now though. So anyways, so Hoo. I'll say why I thought Hoo was a good choice, and to me, I think it's a sleeper because Merlin. I think the one issue that Merlin went through, like obviously there was some unhappy people with the staking seal and all that stuff, and their team even said if we were to do it, we'd probably only allow Bitcoin staked, because there were some other issues there. But they did release all that stuff and everything's good now. But I think the chain came out a little too early, coming out in February of 2023, but they wanted to ship, and because of that the hype was a little bit early. But what they're doing, as we know, behind the scenes right now is huge thing. So when the bull runs here, I remember last cycle, like even if you had chains that weren't like super huge, their number one meme would be like $300 to $500 million market caps. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Who's sitting right at 650,000, and liquidity is not going anywhere because this is Merlin Swap's first token and they want it to succeed. Right. So I think once the liquidity comes back to Merlin chain, Hoo gets to easily, in my opinion, 50 to 100 million. I'm talking about like bull market. Right.
Yeah.
And so that's why we picked number 10. What about you? Any comments on that?
Yeah, with Hoo, it's it's the bonk of Merlin. All right. So bonk is the number one meme coin on Solana, and it is huge. Shiba is the number one meme coin on Ethereum. It'll always be that way. And I feel like Hoo will always be that way. So what's gonna happen? I feel like when you get competitors that come on Merlin, and we do know that BTC.fun is coming that way, it's gonna be really pushing meme coins on Merlin. Hoo has to go up, in my opinion, and it has to be that leader. And I think it will always be that leader. So I'm actually very bullish on Hoo because it is that number one meme on that chain.
All right. Great job there. All right. So go ahead.
We do have number 1 and number 10, so we're kind of working our way through the middle here. I actually like this the way we're doing it, so we just got.
Should we go back to the top now, or
yeah? Let's go to 2.
All right. So number 2 comes in. No surprise. Well, maybe a little bit of surprise here is $1 billion cat. Now, this might be a little bit biased on my side, but I was able to convince Shizzy. So we'll see. The reason why, we'll start with you. What's the reason why you think it deserves the number 2 spot?
It's ran really hard, and it's no.
Number go up.
Well, no, that is a big thing, right? So when you're someone from the outside looking in, and you're seeing like, oh wow, this coin, not only numbers going up, but the community is really pushing this. When the number goes up, you see a lot of hype. You see a lot of people being like, out there like waving their flag, saying that this is the one that I believe in. Once you get a lot of that, you do get that persona of, yeah, you know what, this is early still. And I definitely feel like $80 million is just the beginning for BCD. And if it gets to $1 billion, that's $1 per, $1 per BCD. So I don't know. It has a good community. It has people behind it. It really has bongo light and cigars. So I mean, it has that. It has that. He's kind of taking on the Richard Hart role of BCD right now. So.
Oh wow, you're gonna give him that much anti-credit, I guess you would say.
Well, I don't know if it's I love Richard Hart, dude. I do. I love him. So
yeah. Well,
I'm a fan. I love Gucci. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't think he represents all of Gucci, but anyhow, the reason why I think that it deserves number 2 is that it actually has a chance in the future to compete with Dog, in my opinion, because of the brandability. If you go to these events, there's community members that are 3D printing like Billy glasses. And there was a new version of them that glow in the dark yesterday that I saw that they released. And they give out t-shirts. And this is like it changes, it shifts. It's different community members that are doing this. So that's why I feel like there's like a cult energy that's really building with the $1 billion cat runes token, right? And so that's why I think that it deserves that number 2 spot. And we will see what happens in the future, but I'm very 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 confident in it.
All right, let's go to number 9. What do we have for number 9?
Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. Number 9 is this one. Probably deserves a little higher in my opinion, but number 9 is Bell's coin.
Okay.
And I'll start off with this because you started off last time, but Bell's coin was created by the person that created Dogecoin, but forgot about it. So it's kind of like that same narrative kind of replaying out, right?
Yeah.
And there was some hype with it, like in, I want to say, like fall of 2023. And Adam McBride is a co-founder of Emblem Vault, I believe. He's a co-founder, or
co-founder.
Yeah. And so he has a ton of experience in this crypto space and a ton of networking connections, but he saw the potential in it and said, you know what, there's a lot of things that needs to be cleaned up with this chain, but we can clean it up and actually build a community around it. And that's exactly what they've done. So they went in, they have some core devs over there. They've cleaned it up. They've now have a actual wallet, a marketplace and stuff like that. And so, I think Bells has like this narrative of the meme, let's run Doge back, but a different one that the same developer created. And then also there's some funny stuff about it. Like the original marketplace was Nintendo Marketplace back in 20, I think, or a wallet was Nintendo Wallet, and then Nintendo sued them. And so they changed the name to Nintendo. And so like, how much more memeable can you get than that, right? And so I think that their tokenomics are amazing, actually, with the whole epoch and then cutting and then actually, cutting out supply, or like, I think they're going to be stuck at a supply of like 70 million for a very long time or something like that. Yeah. So that could create like a supply and demand issue, right? So I'm really, really bullish on them. What about you?
Yeah, I think you're right. I do think that now I think about it, I think that number is lower. I think there's 40 million in circulation. I think he said 50 million, but it's going to take like years and years to get another million. So, yeah, you're right. This is something to really keep an eye on, and I don't think this is just from the Bitcoin community. I think the Doge community actually eventually brings this on, and this could be absolutely huge. This could be, I don't know, I hate to say it, but maybe a top 20 token of everything.
Yep.
So.
And there's a comment from TKO 401. Love your questions. You're always putting great questions and comments in here. He said, how do you buy Bells? This is actually another reason why I'm super bullish on it right now. I need to go there right now and buy it. So there is only like one way you can do it. Yeah. And so, you can find out in our membership video. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
So I think is non KYC is the marketplace. Do your own research.
NON KYC.
Yeah. Not financial advice, but like, because that's the only place you can buy it right now, and not a ton of people know about that. That's why I think that there's a huge opportunity there still to get it before it really explodes.
Yeah, and the 90% halving in November. I mean, we're 1 month away. Like,
exactly, dude. Exactly. So that's what makes me super bullish on that. And and they're starting to launch their own tokens, and they've added Taproot to their chain, and they're about to add Opcat. So there's this UTXO ecosystem that's building out. You have the Bitcoin layer 2 EVM side with Merlin, now BitLayer, Bob, and Core, and Botonix eventually, and now you're getting the UTXO Bitcoin ecosystem with Fractal and Bell's coin, and if Doge kind of joins that party as well, the whole thing is, I'm saying, is it's starting to form, right? And we're going to see a run back kind of 2021's playbook, except for UTXO, my opinion here.
What is number 3?
He said you could buy it on CoinEx too now.
I don't think so. That's
That's where you can buy Fractal.
Yeah, Fractal is CoinX and Glizzy.
Yep. All right, so let's go to number 3 here. This is fun. Okay, so number 3, probably no surprise since you already know that Dog and BDC are number 1 and 2. Number 3 came in Pups World Peace. There's just a I'll let you kind of start that one off.
Yeah, I think it's there because it just has to be there, right? Just the fact that it is, a really strong community. I mean, Ansem pumped it in February. Ansem, if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who is the reason why Dog with Hat is, billions of dollars. So it just has the right people around it. Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I won't be buying this. But it's undeniable a top 3 rune, and we are that bullish on runes that I guess we have to say that it's a top 3 token.
Yeah, we were there at NFT NYC whenever he actually did pump it. That was funny. Yep. We were at Key Bar, or was it called? Remember that bar, that Bitcoin bar?
Yeah. Pub key.
Pub key. Dude, all these degenerate pups were like jumping and screaming. We're like, what the hell happened? And then they're like, someone showed me the phone and it was Ansem post. I can't say what he said, but like, it was really, really funny. And then it pumped hard. So I think the pups community and ecosystem probably is one of the like examples of the epitome of cultish. I mean, it really is. Like these guys are crazy. Like they'll stab you with a straw. You know what I mean? They might not stab you with the real knife, but they'll stab you with the straw if you say something bad about like pups or something. And it was funny because like there was something. Oh, I said something about like something's pumping now. I said BRC20s are pumping now, or pups is pumping because of BRC20s, and some guy looked at me and goes, "Hell no, BRC20s are pumping because of pups." And I was just like, "All right, bro, chill out. You need like a drink or something."
Those guys were drinking like 9 a.m. that morning.
Yeah. But anyway, so it kind of, if you've been in the space, you know why pups is probably a decent pick. But like it is high. It's at like almost $200 million market cap, so definitely too high for me in my opinion. But yeah. All right. The next one on the list is number 8. It is this one might shock quite a bit of you guys, but we picked Atom, which is the main token for the Atomicals protocol. It's probably pretty cheap right now, but there's no utility for it. It was the first one. We saw this thing get to like $40
around there. Yeah.
So 400. No, I don't know what the market cap is at. $40. So it was high.
Yeah.
This token,
and it was hard to buy too. Like it like me and you, we were going to put our money together because you had to buy so many of it at one time because of the Satoshi dust limit, right? Because you had to buy a certain amount. So I think that was one of the problems that we kept coming along. Probably the reason why I never bought any, because I had to buy like $11,000 worth of it right at the time. So
yep.
But yeah, Adam was undeniable. And if this comes back, it could be it could be top.
Yeah. So it's kind of a high risk one to where it's either going to come back strong or fade away.
Not come back at all. Yeah. But if it does come back, I mean, it just get back to its all-time high is going to be a huge move.
Yep. All right. Number 4 is Ordi.
No, 5. Right? Oh, wait.
No, 4. We're going the opposite way.
Oh, that was number 7.
Yeah, okay. That was number 7.
I gotcha. All right, cool.
Or it was number 8, actually. Number 8.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So number 4 is Ordi. And so probably not too much of a shock for you guys. Ordi has been the staple in terms of fungible tokens for the Bitcoin ecosystem. But, that BRC20 standard seems to be kind of not so much like on-chain activity. And so we think that this is almost like 100% based on stability at this point, because the centralized exchanges are carrying Ordi, but there's a lot of volume there. That's the thing. So because of that, we think that it's going to run with Bitcoin and all the other tokens in the bull run. And so it's just going to be a positive increase in terms of market cap, in our opinion, but not something that we both would get into. Maybe like if you're a trader, it could be something interesting because you don't have to, put too much in there, but you're risking more. Not financial advice, by the way. But what any words on Ordi?
Yeah, it's and you have to you can't make a list without it. And some people might scream and say it should be, right behind dog. And I would definitely, potentially think about that. But right now I'm kind of going what things that could really fly up. And same thing with dog. I mean, dog needs $500 million to come in for it to move. Ordy needs $1 billion for it to come in and give you a few X's, right? So it's one of those things where it is going to be locked in the Bitcoin ecosystem forever. And a lot of people who just want exposure to our ecosystem will buy this on Binance and stuff like that. So I think for that reason, it has to be in the top 5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Okay, so Danny, whatever Danny says is gospel. He says you can buy bells on CoinX. Okay, cool. So there's 2 spots now that you can buy it on. So that's pretty cool. All right. So let's go here. Now we're jumping to number 7. I'm probably gonna have some people jump up for joy for this one, but number 7 is Glizzy from the Fractal ecosystem. And Glizzy is something that I feel like has not only formed a community in the West, but really formed a strong community in the East. I'm obviously addicted to creating memes, as you guys can see, if you guys have been following me lately. And I'll create a Glizzy meme every once in a while because I know that it's going to get me really good engagement. And a lot of times it's from people from the East. And so to me, that made me really bullish on it, right? So, it's I don't know about the silly party if he's bullish on it, but it seems like he says Glizzy about 27 times there. But anyways, yeah, and so it is the main meme on Fractal, and I think I'm seeing day by day a little bit of outside builders adding to Pizza Swap, adding to that infrastructure. So I'm really hoping, crossing my fingers, that they get that Pizza Swap going and make it really seamless and usable. And if that's the case, then Glizzy's going to thrive.
And Glizzy is 7, right? I got that right?
Yep.
Okay.
What do you think about Glizzy?
Yeah, I'm bullish on Glizzy. I think it is original. It's funny. I said that a while ago. You can't have a meme coin without being funny. Like $1 billion cat. What the hell is funny about a $1 billion cat? Right? Nothing.
My
Nothing
memes
is funny. Well, your memes are hilarious, but the fact that it's the Bitcoin B on its side, it gives it that Ordy like feel, right? That cultish like feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. So, but Glizzy actually fits every category because not only is it funny, but it has the same thing like Hoo Hoo, and it is the number 1 meme on that chain, in my opinion. Obviously, everything else kind of bridged in. You can say that BRC20s and stuff like the forward tickers and stuff, but Glizzy is the number 1 meme over there, and it is going to be that way for a long time. I think every other meme is going to always live and die by the way Glizzy moves, and it's a hot dog. Like, it's just funny, and it has OSD pushing it. If you have OSD pushing you, you're gonna get
OSD plus the East. I think
plus the
East.
Yeah.
The East is really, really big. Plus OSD, right? Like it could really explode into like a Q4 run with everything else, right? So
100%.
But crypto _RK _ 2017. I already got you. You don't have to put that Bitperp anymore. But like Lackey Lukey, I don't think I have you. Let me add you real quick. Lackey Lukey. All right, I got you to the list. All right, so we're good on the list. All right, next one up. Maybe kind of shock you guys a little bit because it hasn't been talked about too much, but like it's been going up recently. And if the tap/track ecosystem does well, then they need a main meme, and we think that meme is going to be Gib, right? So GIB is number 5. GIB is number 5. So yeah, it's really dependent on how successful the tap ecosystem is. If the tap ecosystem is successful and there's a lot of usage in that protocol layer and everything, then Gib will probably explode. So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, we were actually talking and we actually missed Gib, and it was like it's one of those things where we're like, oh crap, we got to put this somewhere, and we had to move stuff out to get Gib in. So it is, I don't know. I think it's gonna be something Gib that is on the roadmap of track. So yeah, very bullish on Gib, very bullish on what they're building. It's the biggest meme coin on tap, right? So again, it's that narrative, and that narrative is big, and Benny's pushing it. So
Yeah. You notice how like we obviously have more runes on here than any other ecosystem, but like we made sure we put one of every strong ecosystem at least to where, because like we know that there's such a chance of that like taking off. So I think that's really cool to kind of look back and see. All right, this is the last one, guys. Drum roll. Last but never least, because Mr. Yen always win. Mr. Yen comes in at number 6, and I gotta say, man, king of memes in terms of like content. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%, dude. Very bullish on Mr. Yen. Let me add this up there. So that our list is done. But yeah, to finish on Mr. Yen here. Mr. Yen, this guy, he's just a Japanese businessman who loves his son. It's just so unique and so perfect. And I hope he wins, because Mr. Yen does not lose. And I just want Mr. Yen to continue his life of success. And I think by having this meme, it will. And I just think it's original. It's cool. It's different. Is it racist? I don't know. But
quit bringing that up. The more you
it
bring
could
that
be.
up,
It could be. I want to know. No, I'm just kidding. It's funny in any way. So.
Goodness gracious, man. It's like, come on, man. Like, I know racism. Believe me, I grew up in a small town, country town in like the mid 90s. And so I look way more Asian than I look right now. Mr. Yin is not racist. So anyways,
if there was a Mr. I don't know, a Mr. Chen, and he was a rice seller, would that be racist?
Well, I mean, that's not a businessman. Like, that's totally different. Like, I feel like if you're a rice seller,
I'm just saying, I was trying to think of food,
bro. Like, anyways, first of all, he's
that's a big business.
This statement right here, Mr. Yen is the best dad. It's constantly just showing the world how good of a dad he loves. His son number 1, and his wife number 2, and then his community number 3. But yeah, I mean, you know, I think it's a fun meme to kind of just like, you know, whenever things are, can get hectic and stuff, it gives you a laugh. It gives you a laugh, man. The Whitney Houston meme that he recently put out, I mean, that was a classic. We will be doing pre-show prep, and all of a sudden I will bust out laughing hard, and she's like, "What the heck are you laughing at?" I'm like, "You know what it is." He goes, "Yen every time," and I was like, "Yes, that's what it is." But
yeah, man.
Yeah. I agree with Yashir here, but we don't have to read. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you on that. Okay, guys, look, you guys, I have the list for the Bit Perps. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. You guys had ample time. I shared the link in the private chat there, so you can access that. While Shizzy is setting this up, I'm gonna answer some of y'all's questions, though. I hope you guys enjoyed that top 10 meme list. You know, so let's see here. I know there was a couple things I starred. So let's see. Coach Cat says, "Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little FOMO for Billy Cats." Yeah, man. I'm glad that I picked, you know, the Billy Cats up, the amount that I picked up whenever I did, because, you know, I just had a feeling about them. You know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, whenever it did kind of go down pretty far, I was a little bit worried, but at the same time, I was like, you know, this is very brandable, very, you know, the community's starting to grow, so I think that it's going to enjoy success alongside a $1 billion cat. Yasher says, "What's your opinion on the expensive price of well passes of airheads?" So, you know, Arthur Hayes has been kind of putting his name to this. He's a big Bitcoiner type personality, even though like he's very open-minded to other ecosystems and stuff like that. So he's very marketable. I feel like they've been a little inconsistent with, you know, trying to build their community and stuff like that. The price of the well pass airhead, you know, it is expensive. I think, what is it, like $4,000 or something like that?
4,500. Yeah.
Yeah, so it guarantees you like a spot in this mint, right? And you don't have to do any of the like grinding work. So if you look at it like that, it's just kind of like a cut in line type of thing. So you have to make that decision on your own if it makes sense or not. I'm not buying a well pass. Do I think this collection will do well? Probably, because I think they have a lot of capital to probably push it up. And then it also depends on what they charge for the mint. So if they do something like Quantum Cats, which was 0.1, right?
Yeah, 0.1, which is what, $6,000 right now.
Yeah. So then, you know, I imagine that the mint will be probably close to the well pass, maybe a little bit higher. You know,
No, the mint's gonna be
but
lower. It has to be lower because it would just piss everyone off. Like, why wouldn't you just buy a bet well pass? Why are you doing all these stupid shit when you
because
could
you don't
just,
have
you
to
know,
work for it.
well, that's what I'm saying. But
Oh
that's why
yeah.
I think the mint's going to be like 1,500, 1,800. I don't
Well,
think it's going to be anywhere
maybe
near the well price.
maybe like the whitelist get it cheaper. I don't know for the people that like.
It's all
You know.
whitelist. It's all whitelist.
Okay.
You're guaranteed. Yeah. If
Okay.
you're on the
So
whitelist, you're
let's say
guaranteed.
it's 6,000.1. I think the reason why they haven't announced a launch date or whatever is because they're waiting for this leg to start, right? And then I think they're gonna kind of like scramble to and then get it going. But,
Yeah.
anyways, if it's $6,000, then and it
No, it's
mints
not going
out
to be 6,000.
0.1. Well, the
It's not
well
going to
pass
be
is
0.1.
the well pass is
$4,000.
4,000.
Yeah. So what? So it's going to be cheaper than the well pass because
That's what. Well, that's why I initially said if it was cheaper, if it's less than that, right? Or you think
it's way going to be it's going to
so
be
what
like
do you
1,500.
expect? What do you expect? 1,500?
Yeah, like 0.025.
Okay, so if that's the mint price, then I think it has a chance of minting out because of the marketing behind it and stuff like that. And then it will have that opportunity to kind of push up because they'll have capital to do so.
Yeah.
So it might
100%.
make sense. It might make sense because then if you get it at 4,000 and it gets to like 10 really quick, that's a quick like 2 point whatever
Well,
X.
yeah, I think what's going to happen is you're going to see a lot of the guys that do get it at 1,500, the guys who worked for it, they're going to sell at 4,500 because it's easy. It's an easy 2x for them and stuff like that. So I think it's going to floor at the whale price. So I think you're going to be able to get it at 4,500 on the open market. But if you're lucky enough to work for it and get one of the whitelists, you're going to make probably like $1,500 right off the bat, if not $3,000 right off the bat. So I think if you're lucky enough to get one of those, you're gonna make $3,000 right off the bat. But if you but I think it's gonna floor at 4,500, but then work its way up to $6,000, $7,000.
Yeah, I think people you're gonna have probably a decent amount of people that hold it, I think, but then you'll have like the people that are all about trading, you know, maybe like 40%, maybe higher, who knows, but like that do quick flip it for that 3,000 because that's all they're in. They're just really good at that, you know.
Yep, that's what they do.
But we'll see.
You can do it for a living. I mean, that's an easy, it's quick 1,500, $3,000 you'll ever make. All right, just get whitelist, boom, selling it on the open market for the whale price. But I think the floor will be whale price, and I think this can get to about 0.1, like probably within like a week or a couple days after mint.
Yep, man. All right, cool.
I'm ready.
All right, almost done. Cash Cats says FTW or no ordinary kind. So I remember this comment, Cash Cats. You made this after we were talking about the staking for Doggo to the Moon. I think they're a really good option for like a next staking vault on Rune. So maybe, you know, there was a couple people that tagged them in terms of, you know, maybe they should be next. And if it makes sense, then yeah, do it. I mean, I think what we're going to see is an influx of these collection founders try to benefit their community by doing this. They see what happened with Billy Cats, and so they'll try to follow the blueprint there. What do you think?
100%. Yeah. I would say no ordinary kind. I actually like you know, I like how they're doing the wrappers and stuff like that. So
Gotcha. Okay, let's see. He also says Cash Cat says coins that are cross-chain like pups and Elsa will do really well. That's interesting because like whenever they first started adding liquidity to Solana, they didn't do well, but I think in the bull run they might. And also like Toast put here, I just checked and Moonshot did list pups. Yeah, they did list pups. So like, you know, for the liquidity that's added on Solana, liquidity that's added on Merlin, liquidity that's going to be added on Fractal for all these runes, I think it's going to positively affect it, but it's never going to positively affect it in like the bearish times or, you know, not bull markets. We'll see it once, you know, everything's pumping. Yasher says Merlin has to change the narrative. They need marketing team and influencers from the USA, native English speakers who can keep bursting tweets and spaces. Yeah, I think, you know, they probably have, you know, they have us now. That was a new partnership that they brought on. But, you know, we've been doing Merlin Mondays, which I think has been educating the spaces. But, you know, I think what they have been doing is kind of prepping for this moment, like that's going to come up in the next 2 months heading into the bull market. So just stay tuned because there's a lot of stuff building. And if you go watch our members video from last night, you'll see what I'm talking about. So
pay attention. Pay attention. Keep paying attention, Merlin. I promise you. You'll like what you eventually see.
Yep. And then Kamal Nayan says, "Will Glizzy hit $1 billion market cap? What do you think?"
That's a 1000x.
That'd be pretty tough, honestly. Like
Yeah.
it'd be tough even in a bull market because of the like in the chain that it's at, like, and it's like same thing. Like would Hulu ever hit that, like, or Hoo? I don't think so, even if it's running up. But like Glizzy has more momentum obviously than Hoo right now. But I think a successful like market cap for Glizzy would be like 200 million. That would be success in my opinion. 200, 300
I think
million.
80 million would be a success for
Well,
Glizzy.
for early adopters, of course, but like I'm
Yeah.
talking about
No,
for
no.
overall.
I just mean like for that, because you are right. There's not a lot of liquidity there, right? So for being on that chain,
But once it starts passing, you'll see that, like, these
Yeah.
chains will start to get a lot more liquid, and then they'll get exhausted, and then they'll be less liquid, and the liquidity will pass on to the next one. This bull market.
100%.
All right, guys, we're almost done, I promise, and then we'll get into the picking of the champions or the winners. I think that might be it. Let me see.
There was a question I seen about
Did you?
it was about it was
go ahead.
about being on Moonshot. Did you see the Moonshot question?
Moonshot.
Oh, here it is. I just checked, and Moonshot did list Pop's
Yeah.
token. Okay, he had this question.
I went
Okay,
over
yeah,
that. Yep.
I got you.
Oh, Danny boy, we gotta put this in the thing. Says, "Are you in Ribbit Magic Fortune? Next big runner, I believe." Man, I'm gonna tell you guys something. If you don't follow Danny D Blocks, what are you doing?
Tweet. He doesn't tweet about this.
I know he doesn't. Like, so, but I'm telling you, this guy, he's been one of our community members for the longest time. He, we have him marked as a mod, and he helps out for sure. But like, man, Danny, you got to start your alpha group, brother. Like, your stuff. So, like, he does have a Twitter X. He's not as active on there, but if you can find him, follow him, because I don't know, man.
It's at Danny216612. Danny, start tweeting this shit out, bro. I have the notes on for you, but I'm not getting notified. So you're out here giving us alpha in the chat, which we love, absolutely love. But come on, man. I want it early, man. I want it early.
I want to say like at least probably like 8 to 10 calls over the last year and a half that he's nailed pretty solid. So good job, Danny. And so we were watching Ribbit. The only thing about Ribbit for me is it's kind of like, do I want to roll the dice with it? And if I do, I'm gonna get out, try to earn those profits, and stay out for a bit until it can show it's going to come back on this next run up. But you're absolutely right. Ribbit is showing that it could be one to roll the dice with for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
And I got to give a shout out to Chris Sports edits over here. My buddy, he says, "Oh, your biggest fan, Shizzy." He's your biggest fan. He told me so.
Nice, thanks, bud.
But man, 452 people on a Friday, a relaxed Friday, right? So we got a bunch of people watching us, and we're so thankful. But we're gonna try to give back to you guys here, and I want to put Joshua Robert Hathaway on this list if we can fit him in, just because. I can get him in. Yeah. Even though you missed the cutoff, but we're going to be nice and put you in at the end of that list there. We're about to give away 5 BitPerp VIP passes. So this trading competition begins on Tuesday, guys. Columbus Day is Monday, so going to give them a little bit of time for that day. But Tuesday, it will start, and we are ready. Shizzy, I already know what Shizzy's going to do on day one. He's going to 100x all his bankroll.
No,
and lose.
Mr. Yen. Just Mr. Yen. The whole thing on Mr. Yen. Day one. What happens if Mr. Yen does 50% that day and I just win off the gut and then don't do anything else for the rest of the competition?
Oh, man.
My P&L better than your P&L. Mr. Yen says so.
Hey, that's how you win.
Spin that.
All right. Good luck, guys.
Inagi. Great.
Oh, nice. All right, send your congrats, Inagi. Send your EVM addresses, guys. We keep getting people sending Bitcoin addresses. Do not do that. Send your Ethereum addresses, because Ethereum addresses will work on all of these EVMs they're going to go live on. So BitLayer, Bob, and Cord chain. Good luck to the next winner here.
Elias, great job, bud.
Is it? Okay. Elias, congrats. Elias Lululu. I like saying that name for some reason.
Lulu.
All right, 3 more, guys. And go follow BitPerp as well, guys. Help us out. Go to their X account and go follow these guys because they're gonna be the next big deal in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Fixed one, right?
Yep, fixed.
Okay, I was worried that I said that too early.
Ready?
Wait, give me 1 second. Okay, that's okay. Yeah,
My bad. I hit it as soon as
good
you
luck.
said.
Guys, I'm gonna put the link for BitPerp for you guys to follow them in the chat. Go follow them. Oh no,
Again.
no.
So
All right,
fix the
one
no where the
more.
last two.
Yep, one more, guys. This is for
Number
the last one. Good luck.
Number 25 for the week. Fortnite Flex, it looks like. Yep, Fortnite Flex.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said that one too early, but nope. Flex. Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
So I got all those names down.
Shout out to all the winners. 25 winners this week, guys. And we're going to have another 20 next week. I'm going to push for it. I'm going to really try for it to get you guys on the 20 next week so you guys can keep winning. I want our community to win. And I think the guys at BitPerp understand my passion for our community here. So we're going to get you guys potentially 20 more. So tune in all next week if you haven't won yet. We're going to make sure you guys get those VIP passes more than anyone else. But, guys, it is officially Fluid Friday. Let me bring up the banner here. We do have to change this banner for next week because can't even find
Should be on there.
Oh, it's up top because it's no longer the website, so it's not BTC. It's app.fluidtokens. If you put that in, it doesn't work no more. So guys, it's app.fluidtokens.com, or just go to fluidtokens.com and you can just click the Bitcoin and that'll take you right to the site there. But guys, if you did, obviously you all know that what is going on with the Billy Cats right now, and we really think that is because of what Fluid did with the Billy Cat staking. So if you go here, it's fluidtokens.com, click the launch Bitcoin. They have the swap, they have a lending, and they have the staking. The staking is where I am going to be showing you guys today, and this is the big deal. 489 Billy Cats were staked. The prize pool is $12,000. So every single Billy Cat you put in there, let's just say you put 10 Billy Cats in there, you're getting $250 in Billy and $1 billion cat, which who knows, by the end of this year, that $250 could be worth, I don't know, $2,000. Well, it could be something crazy. So
and that's your mint money. Or if you minted, or depending on what you bought it on secondary, so I don't know, man. It's exciting.
Yeah. So I'm definitely bullish on Fluid. I kind of want to see they got this new one here, Omen. 0 stake, so it's officially live. So if you do have an Omen, Danny, stake your Omen because you're getting what is the price? Just
$5 million dog. It's gonna be split amongst the thing. Yeah.
So yeah, man. So if let's say it was just 20 people stake their Omen, you're gonna get a big prize reward, right? So obviously, the more that gets in there, it might be worth going to buy an Omen and sticking it in there.
So what is the cutoff? How many 6 days left to stake or what?
Yeah, you have 6 days, 7 hours, 27 minutes. So you have until next Friday to get these staked before it is locked. And the lock time is going to be January 25th. So the lock time will be around 3 months. So, but you guys are earning. You're earning. So, and the price of dog could 3x from that point, right? You can see that at 1.5 billion by January for sure. So whatever this is, you could time this by 3. So shout out to Fluid, man. Got another one on here for you guys. And just remember, you got 3 days to stake your Fluid Pass. If you have a Fluid Pass, guys, if you're not going to sell it, I recommend you put it in here. I mean, it's their pass. You have nothing to lose by that. So let's get 173 in here. There's another 700 something to go in. But guys, the less passes to go in, the more BTC you get. So I don't know. I might buy a bunch of these passes and throw them in there. I put 13 passes in already just because of that fact. So if you have your staked here, you can kind of see I have 21 Billy Cat staked here, and then I have 13 Fluid Passes that I pulled off the market. So you guys were selling them dirt cheap, and I went on there and had them staked. So, and eventually when it's time to unstake, I will have this unstaking here, and I will click that, and then I will unstake my Billy Cats and my Fluid Passes, and I'm probably going to get an Omen and put that in there as well because I want that reward. So
Yep. And this is all happening on Bitcoin's native layer. So you don't have to bridge anywhere or anything like that. The Fluid team is a bunch of experienced UTXO devs that initially built on Cardano, and their backstory is really awesome. They told us how difficult it was initially to build on Cardano because of the language and all that stuff. So they've been through like the trials and tribulations that a lot of these Bitcoin builders are going through now. And so they were able to figure out the native staking pretty quick, and I was really impressed with them. And so what this does, though, guys, I don't think you realize this adds TVL to the Bitcoin blockchain. So now TVL can be reported to DeFi Llama, right? And this TVL is going to be attributed to the Fluid Tokens platform, man. And so what Shizzy's going to earn with the Fluid Pass staking is Bitcoin. Right now, they're kind of doing a test staking there, but eventually there's going to be another staking vault that opens, and you're going to be able to earn the Fluid Rune token, and that's going to be 1-to-1 with their token that's already on Cardano. So they're going to be having like a trustless bridge going back and forth. So I don't know, extremely bullish on these guys, but extremely bullish on the projects that are about innovation, like the Billy Cats that tested this out, and they are benefiting and getting rewarded for it. And Omen too. That this is gonna be exciting.
So right now, if I stake my Billy Pass, I'm gonna get. Let me check my bit calculator. It's 0.004. So you're gonna get $25. I'm sorry,
Billy Pass.
Fluid Pass. Sorry, I got the Billy Cats on my mind. But so you're earning about $25 for staking each one. So if you do put in, and guys, don't put in one at a time because you're gonna be paying the fee every single time you do it. Just put in 10 or whatever you decide how many you want to do fully. Do it all at one time. So I can put in 10 right now. I'll earn $250 and only have to pay like whatever the fee is, the $20 fee or whatever sticking in there. So you can definitely make out if you play it the right way here. So definitely do that as many times, to make sure you have the exact number that you want to do, full passes, and do them all at once. So if you do have a one pass, it might not be worth it unless the price of Bitcoin skyrockets, which we both think it will. So.
Yep. I think this is more of like acknowledging what's happening here in its innovation and with project founders, because it's not just for ordinals collections. You could be, wanting to do this for your Rune community holders, right? And then maybe give Bitcoin as a reward or something, different. So it's awesome. We're excited that they're one of our partners. We're really proud about that, and this goes to show that like we do vet who we partner up with, guys. It's not just like, oh, we want to partner with you guys. Here's this money. Oh, no, that's not how we do business at all. And so super proud that one of our partners is a part of this innovation.
Yeah, and you guys have to see our DMs, right? Like it's insane. People always want to throw money at us all the time, but we just got to say no, because it's not right to you guys. We want to make sure we're bringing you guys the best projects, and we feel very comfortable with all 5 of our partners right now. So all 6 of them, including Maryland. So. But yeah, man. And then what else was on the docket for Fluid Friday?
I mean, just going over the swap a little bit, maybe, because they are an aggregator with the swap, so they are pulling the cheapest runes from Magic Eden and other areas, and they split the runes for you. So it is seamless.
It was funny. Chart Fu put, we're Magic Eden is going to be the first non-custodial DEX, and I was like, nah, dude, Fluid did it in the summer. And he didn't respond to it. He didn't respond to it. He knew he was wrong for putting the first one because Fluid is the first. Magic Edens will be doing pretty much exactly what Fluid's doing. They're basically copying the method, which is fine because Fluid's going to aggregate a lot of those prices, which is going to bring more liquidity to Fluid and make you guys do it here. And it's all going to be about the cheaper fee after that. So why would you buy it there if you can buy it here cheaper? And I think Fluid is going to be your place to be getting things pretty cheap. So,
yep, I agree, man.
And they also have the lending here. You can do some lending on your bitmaps, on your runestones, and your sub 100Ks. I didn't even know about that. That's cool. So you can do borrowing, lending, or sub 100K, and then your Bitcoin frogs and your puppets as well. But yeah, man, checking out their dashboard here. Back to the staking. But yeah, man. So I'm excited to undo my 21 Billy Cats here. So, But guys, check out fluidtokens.com. Follow them on Twitter at Fluid Tokens XBT, and make sure you guys are all caught up on everything that they're doing. And if you are a project and you want your project to 5x like Billy Cats did, it might be a good idea to reach out to Raul. And right now you have to reach out to him, but probably later this month. It's going to be all seamless on the website. You won't even need him for anything. You'll be able to actually just do everything yourself. So you'll be able to come here and get your project in one of these slots here. So if you are, let's just say the Goosenals, well, block, create a coin, create a rune, and make them lock their Goosenal up for 6 months, and then they earn that rune. That gives that rune value because it's earned, right? 100% of it is earned by the Goosenals, or it could be anything. You can create a funny meme. Let's just say you have any project whatsoever, you have something funny, you can add to that, guys. So
absolutely. And Omen is kind of testing out one of my ideas. I feel like I'm not saying they got it from me, but they're doing what they're meant, kind of rewarding their mentors already right off the bat, right? And I'd love to see someone really take that my idea kind of to the T to really start a mint or do a mint and give half of what you make in Bitcoin as a reward, because I think that would be astonishing for your community, and just to kind of see how well it works with fluid staking vaults. But yeah, so that's everything with Fluid right now, guys. We will update you more as we get more information. They did attend the Amsterdam conference, the Bitcoin Amsterdam conference, and stuff like that. Let's see here. We do have one question here. It's Inigo GM. What about Cat? This is the last one. I wanted to put this in there because Cat is a big deal. Like, so I think we both are bullish on Cat, but it's like,
yeah,
I didn't see where we could have fit it in today. What do you think about Cat?
now I think about it, we probably should have Cat where Adam was.
Well, no, but Cat's they're adding utility to Cat.
That is true.
You always said that, right? So it's not just a meme
Cat is a
coin.
utility token, and that's why Sats isn't in there, right? Because Sats is a utility token now. So yeah, that's the only reason why Cat's not in there. We don't think that Cat will be a meme.
Exactly. So, but guys, amazing show. We went about 11 minutes over just because we had to cover everything today, and it was a very, very fun Friday show. 468 people watching. We thank each and every one of you guys. But if you do have a little bit of extra time, please check out our partners, guys. BetBTC is our latest and greatest partner. They are using ICP technology with ICP Bitcoin Ecosystem, and they have a predictions market, guys. We've seen this thing in action. It's super lightning fast, and they're also scaling to other parts in the Bitcoin ecosystem, but we're going to hold back on that info because we'll let them kind of announce that. We're going to have them on next week for a recorded episode as well to kind of intro you guys. But the team is amazing so far that we've got to know them. And so look out for their introduction to the space. It's going to be a seamless way to use predictions markets, guys, via Bitcoin. So and then next up is BitPerp. You guys know all about BitPerp, the perpetual leverage DEX platform that's going to be launching on these Bitcoin layer 2s next Tuesday. It's going to be BitLayer, Bob, and Core Bitcoin layer 2s, and we're going to start that paper trading competition, right? Me and Shizzy will be in with you guys. You're going to be able to win some USDT. The competition is going to start Tuesday, go for about 4 or 5 weeks, a little break, and then a big competition coming after that once they launch on another layer 2 that's in the plans there. But congrats to all the winners for the BitPerp VIP passes. We need your addresses, so make sure you send those to Shizzy. But yeah, so look out for those guys. They're going to be coming and bringing some great quality leverage trading for you guys. And then you have Ordinal Hive, guys. They are an aggregator for Bitcoin layer 1 and Merlin chain ordinals trading marketplace. So they're going to bring the cheapest ordinals on Bitcoin layer 1, right? And you can utilize them at beta.ordinalhive.io to earn points, because you're going to be able to utilize those points for future rewards, if you know what I'm saying. They are in Amsterdam as well. They are killing it with Fonzie, so look out for those guys. We have Foxy building on the Tap ecosystem. They are building the Bitverse and Clan Wars first-person shooter games. We made a big announcement yesterday about the asset that we're partnering with them on, and so check out our members video, but it's going to be really exciting, so check those guys out. And they're bit miner guys. If you're interested in earning and mining assets, Bitcoin assets, check out their bit miners on Mscribe. You can still mint those out. And then lastly, Fluid Tokens. They're doing amazing things with their innovations with staking and all that great stuff, and the swaps, the aggregator swap and all that stuff too. We'll keep updating you about our partners, and you can tell the quality of our partners, guys. We vet them very hard. So and And then lastly, of course, Merlin Chain. If you are a builder looking to scale your protocol to make your assets more flexible, check out Merlin Chain. They have amazing grants for builders and the best support that we've seen. And then if you're a user and want to have more flexibility to be able to stake some of these layer 1 assets, check them out as well with Merlin Swap and some of their other platforms. But we thank you so much for checking out our partners.
Yeah, and guys, if you're over on Twitter, you notice that OrdZar giveaway, 420 ZAR tokens to 100 people. That'll be picked and out. So keep an eye on our Twitter at Ord Revolution. That'll all be out today. And guys, we don't normally do this, but we love Nakib. We love Nakib. We hate having to get 100 addresses and put them on a spreadsheet and all that. But we do it for people like Nakib who are really pushing the space forward in so many different ways. Even though Nakib is not a partner of ours, but we love OrdZar. No, I'm just kidding. We love OrdZar. We love what they're doing over there. But
yeah, and it's for you guys too. 420 ZAR tokens. That's a big give back to the community from them, right? 100 people. So make sure that you fill that out. And then Kamal, go ahead and put your EVM address in the chat. They say my X account suspended, how to communicate. I want a VIP pass. Curious why your X account was suspended, but anyways, you don't have to tell us that. But like, I guess how do you want them to communicate that with you?
Just put it in here. I can get it. I can get it from the chat.
Okay, cool. So let's do that. But I think that wraps up the show, right?
Yep. Well, check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles dating all the way back to last year. If you know someone just entering the space, send them our website. I feel like it can really help them really get started. So send them ordinalrevolution.com. And guys, if you are going to Bitcoin Las Vegas, we will both be there. So check this out. Don't wait till next year to get these. They're going to be so much more expensive. You can get them right now. Get the festival pass real cheap, but just know the festival pass will not get you day one. You need industry pass. So I highly recommend the industry pass. That's what we will have. So I'm really looking forward to that, meeting you guys. We might throw some kind of type of event when that date gets closer, but we have some of the best articles. Check out this one on btc.fun, and we have a store here. We're going to be adding some new stuff to the store soon, so check out everything we have now. And if you guys want us to add something, we will add it for you. Just let us know. If you're like interested in getting an Omen shirt, just let us know. Send us your Omen. We'll put it on a shirt for you guys. Just let us know exactly. If you want to send us your Ordinal, we can add your Ordinal to the shirt stuff and get you guys what you guys want. So just let us know. We can add pretty much anything. And guys, we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week, guys. We're going to take the weekend off. We're going to have some videos for you guys, some tutorial videos over the weekend. So we'll still kind of be working for that stuff. But until Monday,
peace.
We OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, like it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.